Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm kind of going to go over a few things of how I prep my bike for winter storage. I got a helper today. Anyways, this is my 2024 ZX14R. I have it currently on these Venom motorcycle stands. They will hold this big behemoth up, so I don't think you have to worry about the 1000s or the 600s or any other type of bike. This particular bike, I have soft pads for the under the swing arm. So I do have these spool adapters, but I try not to. I've had spools before and it just kind of scars them up, so I just kind of use the pads. It's pretty easy to install. I'll do the back first, and then I'll do the front. On this particular, I don't know if you can kind of see. I'll get my hand kind of back in there, but let's see, right there where my finger is. So it goes in the steering stem as a whole bunch of optional different steering stem adapters for every bike. So good investment. The bike's kind of dirty. I live about 30 miles away from the nearest gas station for 93 octane. I just kind of always run 93. It's just my preference. I know you don't really need to, but I'll just, when I run back into town, I will grab a jug and top this off. It's about 3/4 full, so I'm not really worried about it. I'll kind of be using a power washer. I'm not going to show you how I wash the bike. I'm not in a bikini or anything like that, so there's tons of videos of dudes washing bikes. So these are kind of some of the products I use. I'll just use a simple car wash. I'm gonna try this one out. It's got the ceramic. I don't know if it's going to be any better. I do use a power cannon or a foam cannon. I like that. I also use different chain waxes. Kind of, I go back and forth between those, and then I got some penetrating lubricant. Few brushes to kind of use for the wheels, the chain, and all the other soft parts of the bike. I also have a dedicated mitt and kind of a wheel foam pad that I like to use. So once the bike's all washed, I'll show you the kind of the process of how I dry it. I got a couple methods of how I dry the bike. I use a electric leaf blower. It seems to work pretty good. I also have an air compressor that I will use and hit all the small crevices and areas like that. Kind of gets in there where water will get trapped. So I'll just kind of hit that with air. And then also on top of that, I have a couple squirrel fans from HVAC units that I will kind of stick in the front of the bike, and it kind of blows. And it'll help simulate, kind of going down the road, and that kind of helps with the drying effort. I am underneath the carport, so that does help with the shade and with the drying and keeping water spots at a minimum. But other than that, once I get done with that, I'll show you the drying process, and then I'll bring you into the shop, and then I'll kind of show you how I store the bike. It's kind of on this basically the same configuration, but I'll have a couple other methods I've used just to cover the bike and to keep the battery nice and charged. But other than that, I won't bore you any further. I will just pause the video and we can pick it up. Okay, this is part 2. So the bike is all washed, and so what I do to dry it off, I got a few methods. So I use this electric leaf blower. It works real good with blowing off all the fairings and all the big parts. I use the air compressor again, and I just kind of, this will get inside there and blow out all of the little spaces and crevices. And then last is I have this little blower, which I kind of blow onto the bike, and it'll kind of help stimulate and dry the bike as I'm doing kind of all three things. So big thing first is the air compressor, kind of get all this small stuff, and then the leaf blower while using that. So And then once that process is done, I'll kind of show you what the bike looks afterwards. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to show you what the leaf blower kind of does. So all this side hasn't been done yet. I kind of just slightly hit this in the last 5 minutes or so, so it works pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of noise, so bear with me. I'm going to turn on the blower here and the blower there, just kind of show you how it dries. So that's going. And this is. All right, so cut that off. All right, so you kind of get the idea of what the blower does. So it just helps with a lot of work. It gets all the small crevices. And then also with the compressor, it gets like all these little tiny holes and stuff like that, and all these little crevices. So anyways, I'll get back to it and let you see what the kind of the final product looks like. All right, so got the bike 99% I'd say dry. So kind of the next step I like to do is I will just start the bike up and just kind of get the heat cycle and get all the headers and exhaust and all the hard spots in there in the engine that may have gotten water, just kind of burn all that off. So we'll go ahead and start the bike now. So as that's kind of drying out stuff, you can notice how freely the rear wheel turns. That's with cleaning the chain real good. So, but I'll let that run for about 5 minutes or so and get nice and warm, and then I'll show you the next step. Real quick, I decided to give you a little pops and bangs exhaust. It's 124, so it's getting up there. Stay tuned. Okay, it's nice and hot. Kind of hear everything kind of cooking and sizzling off that engine. So next step I'll do is I'll just put on a little mist wax, kind of just spray it over the bike. And I picked up these little finishing towels at Walmart for $6 or $7. So I got a 4-pack. So nice and soft, and you know, should glide over the paint. Also on that car wash I bought, I was kind of impressed with that. That ceramic car wash stuff seemed to glide over the paint surface pretty smooth when I was washing the bike earlier. So for $13 or whatever it was, I recommend it. So, but you guys try it out. Let me know what you think. You know, and I will basically spray the bike down real quick and show you the next step. Okay, so this is after kind of spraying it down. Got another helper, but this is kind of what the bike looks like. You kind of get a little shadow, but looks pretty good. You get like a lot of these little gnats flying on the bike. But other than that, so I may spray it down one more time. I mean, it's got a pretty good shine on it. Reflects in the sun pretty good. So I'll kind of let it dry out here for a minute, and then I'll bring it back in the shop. I will put it back on the bike stands and do the cover and plug it in and kind of show you what the final product looks like. Okay, so this is what the bike looks pre-storage. So I got some old twin bed sheets that I kind of cut up. So this one just kind of covers the tail. This one will cover the front windscreen and mirrors and stuff like that. So I kind of have it like this because I have one of these covers. I think I bought from Walmart or something like that for 15 bucks. And it does a good job of protecting it, but it's just kind of a little harsher finish. So I kind of put them right here just to kind of help protect everything. And then I also plug in the battery tender. So this is the brand that I run. It works well. So I've never had a problem with it. Easy to hook up. So this is 96% done. I will show you the final product here in a second. All right, well, this is the final product. This is kind of how it'll sit for a while until I get a lot of nice days here in the spring. But I'll start it up every once in a while and tinker with it. But I got a few projects that I'm wanting to do this year to the bike anyway, so it's not going to stay like this all the time. But I just kind of wanted to give you a step-by-step of what I do, how I do it, and how I prepare it for winter storage. So, you know, if you guys got anything different that you'd like to do on your bikes, let me know. Anything in the video that you thought maybe I could have did or improve, let me know too. I always like a positive criticism, so I'm not afraid to change it up. This is kind of like my little method. And, you know, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. So, but anyways, enough staring at the bike cover. I'll do a video about all the little different mods that I have on the bike. I'm going to do a video of my upcoming mods. I got some grips I want to do. I don't know, a few other things. So, unfortunately, Santa didn't bring me the Insta X5 like I requested. So, looks like I'm going to have to go purchase that by myself so I can do some riding videos. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave me some comments. I'll get back with you. So, see you on the next one. Thank you.